We'll go straight to the next one then. This one's going to be a little less clear cut. I'm kind of excited to see where your thoughts are on this one. Cowboys versus Warriors. I mean, you can't pick a closer game this week. These two teams, 38 meetings, 19 wins apiece. Nothing says 50-50 quite like that. I mean, the last two meetings, 24-20 in favour of the Warriors, 37-26. Both of them going for an under 12 margin on those last two meetings. Warriors and Cowboys both in hit and miss form. Neither one of them stringing together back-to-back wins in their last five. But I mean, we got the Cowboys. The biggest change of notoriety is probably the absence of Jason Taumalolo. Cohen Hess comes into the 13 shirt. Tabuai Fido comes onto the centre as well in the 4 jersey. I mean, as for the Warriors, big change, and it's hard to basically find reasons against it. Reece Walsh in the 1 shirt. Roger Tuivasa-Sheck goes to the wing. Murdoch Masila goes to the bench as well. He was starting out last week. So, I mean, very, very few changes to both sides, but the changes that are made, both teams have had a bit of a reshuffle.
Yeah, bits and pieces. Very, very much bits and pieces. The hammer does come back and comes up in a game that is a big one pre-Origin. Yeah, Origin teams come out on Sunday night. One expects for the Cowboys that we'll see Valentine Holmes go. Kyle Felt potentially goes as well. I doubt that we see Scott Drinkwater go, but no Munster for Origin. The news has come out that he's more than likely going to miss Origin 1. I don't really know of any other Queensland 5'8" that isn't Ben Hunt, maybe. So Drinkwater is an outside shot. You could also make an argument for Reece Robson to go into the squad with news that Harry Grant is struggling there with his hamstring injury. Yeah, tough game to pick. Really tough game to pick. But I'm going with my gut and I'm saying the Warriors. I think that the spine of Walsh, Nikorima, Harris, Tavita, and Egan is just that little bit more dynamic. And that sounds really weird to say knowing that Wade Egan is the starting 9. But when you add into the fact that you have someone like a Roger Tuivasa-Sheck who, yes, will play on the wing and will stay there on the wing, but like we saw last week, has that ability to come in field and play that essentially that second fullback role with Walsh. It looked really good. Marcelo Montoya is in some of the best form of his career. You have 2 very solid centres in Ewan Aitken and Adam Pompey. And it's not discounting this Cowboys forward pack, which has gone forward in leaps and bounds, but they lose Jason Taumalolo for a couple of weeks. They lose Lachlan Burr for a week. They lose Frankie Molo for a week. Yes, Peter Holler. Yes, Corey Jensen. They are strong players. It just doesn't fill in the void that they lose with the go forth of a Taumalolo. It doesn't lose, for the majority of the time, the good defense of Lockie Burr. With that said, you can see it going either way. I am going to go Warriors 1-12. I'll probably end up going with an Adam Pompey anytime try scorer. If you want to look at some value, you could go, and it's a strong could, you could go again with the likes of a Cody Nikorima, or even if you want to throw something completely out of left field, Mitch Dunn's a bit of a try scorer. He's due. He comes up against Jack Murchie, who's coming back from injury, still getting into some match fitness. Maybe. But I'd say Warriors 1-12, Adam Pompey.
Yeah, so I'm going Warriors 1-12 as well. Similar line of thinking. Yeah, similar line of thinking, but I think the thing that swings me is the bench. I mean, if you look at, I think the bench, the Warriors have gotten beat to a man. Tavonga over Granville every day of the week. Amoa over Holler. Afoa over Jensen, and definitely Murdoch Masila over Lukey. I mean, that right there, when the Warriors have got those players that they can inject in and around those 25 minutes, those 55-minute marks, it's going to be so hard to stop them, especially when you've not got someone like Taumalolo in the side, who is a big part of why the Cowboys are as successful as they are when they are. I mean, the Cowboys without Taumalolo are Manly without Trbojevic. It's just the win margins are almost similar. The Cowboys don't perform well. I mean, we've said it time and time again. If a player doesn't perform, then a team doesn't perform. Unfortunately, when the Cowboys don't have Taumalolo, they don't perform, and I'm yet to see them change my mind on that. And I mean, I'm going to go Tabuai Fido on the anytime try scorer. I just think that chances are he gets on the outside. I mean, if you look at the numbers, he's going to be lining up against Montoya and Pompey. Again, Montoya's a very good attacking wing, but can have a little bit of a defensive lap. And I think Tabuai Fido, you get him out on the outside, it's just going to be speed. It's going to be speed for days, and you're not going to stop him. I mean, I like you thinking of Pompey because, I mean, he lines up against Tabuai Fido. Tabuai Fido's not a big man, and chances are he just goes straight over the top of him. But I'm going to flip it. I'm going to go Tabuai Fido on the anytime try scorer. I'm going to go Warriors 1-12. Again, just the previous meetings, this game's always pretty close. Very hard to call either way, but just the absence of Taumalolo swings it for me, and the bench as well, the bench depth that the Warriors have got. I mean, the Cowboys are notorious for turning up and turning it on, but I mean, just when I look at the Warriors, I can't go past them for this one.